What's up, you guys? I'm Claude Kelly.
I'm Chuck Harmony.
And we are Lewis York.
Yeah.
This sound, I want it to surround me. Play it loud, play it loud, play it loudly. Bass around, around, around we go. Bass press play on life and here we go.
She likes to read books on philosophy.
So between Chuck and myself, we've actually written many, many songs that I think people know. And had an awesome career as songwriter, producer, almost a decade in the business. And we got to a point where it was amazing, but it wasn't 100% fulfilling anymore. And that's mainly because sometimes as the person behind the scenes, you can be stifled. You're not always allowed to get your full creative idea out. And so Lewis York was our avenue to get our full creative musical idea. And as we did that, we realized that there was a real beauty to being able to see the thing all the way through and not chop it off before it gets to grow all the way. So this is our expression, 100%, not 75, not 50, not 25, 100% of who we are is in these songs, starting with Clair Huxtable, going through everything you'll hear from us from now on.
A wild and lovable, but I'm looking for my queen, my Clair Huxtable, the Black American.
Well, Clair Huxtable came together. We were in the studio and kind of killing time, and we started having conversations like we usually have before we get ready to write a song. We had conversations about the portrayal of women in the marketplace, in entertainment and in music. We started talking about the ideal woman, and this guy came up with Clair Huxtable. He was just like, yeah, I want to write a song about Clair Huxtable. She was the ideal woman, and I was like, cool.
And for the record, that song was written way before the scandal happened. It just so happens that we happen to have a very timely record about a very awesome person who happened to be part of a very awesome show that is now in the public.
Yeah.
For other reasons besides it being an amazing show.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away the fact that she's the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And she represents something that's very important, and she represents something that's very real and needs to be enlightened more rather than shamed, because Clair Huxtable, the character, comes from a real place.
Mm-hmm.
There are professional women out there, there are beautiful women, and smart, and funny, and stylish, and cool.
And can cook.
And can cook. Can cook a meal. That's why we want Clair.
And Coltrane, I know that she out there for me. Clair Huxtable, how does a beauty?
Yeah, I think more importantly than working with a lot of artists that help to kind of cultivate our vast knowledge of music, it was really about us doing our homework the whole time. Like, even when I got in the business, I never stopped studying music. I literally, to his annoyance sometimes, I listen to every single thing that come out every day. If it's on thisisrnb.com, if it's on TMZ, if it's on Media Takeout, if it's got audio, I'm gonna listen to it because I want to understand what's going on in the marketplace and how I can add value to what's already there and kind of carve out a niche for what I want my sound to be and what we want our production, Lamodio Productions to be. So it really boils down to the fact when you hear our music and you hear the vastness and the genre bending, it really boils down to the fact that we did our homework on this stuff. We did our homework in music.
It's actually the other way around. It's actually the fact that we did so much and know so much diverse music that got us in with those artists.
Yeah.
Not the other way around. Usually you get thrown in with someone you have to prove yourself, but often the reputation that we had as musicians was that we could basically play or write whatever was thrown at us. So we built a whole career on being the guys who kept you guessing. Both of us. So as soon as you know us for the R&B record, there's the pop one coming, there's the hip hop one coming, and the country one coming. And so that's really because we were fans of all that growing up, and so we're actually chasing the kinds of styles and emotions from those genres and those sounds that we grew up listening to, which leads at you to get in the room with Celine Dion, and then right behind that be in the room with Chris and Michelle, and right behind that be in the room with something completely different. So it's really the preparation that homework is talking about that gets us to that point where we can do that.
All the designer clothes she wears.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
A young Act 2 will follow.
It will be
But before you hear Act 2,
You will hear everything.
let me tell you about Act 1 of
Oh,
the
man.
Masterpiece Theater,
Oh, man.
given to you by Louis York. Act 1 is a collection of songs, produced, written, sung, performed by your boys right here, about many genres, political things, love things, worldviews, opinions about pop culture, with a whole lot of melody and a whole lot of groove. And the reason I'm excited is because the name actually describes what it is to a T. These are songs, of course, because you're going to get to hear them in your earbuds and love them, but they really are, they're stories, each one by themselves. Little plays, almost little acts, little parts to a bigger musical. And the musical meaning that we're trying to paint a picture, trying to give people visuals as well as feelings when they're hearing the songs, not just something they can listen to and kind of zone out. We want them to hear it, feel it, see it, put themselves in a position, put themselves in a memory, every single song. So Masterpiece Theater is about getting people to visualize and feel things again, as well as hear it. And Act 2 will be a little bit more of that.
A wild and lovable, but I'm looking for my queen, my Clair Huxtable.
Oh boy!
I'm definitely, if I had to sit at a dinner table with two musicians that's either dead or alive, I would definitely sit with Ray Charles, and I would definitely sit with Bob Marley.
Take my answers, you know what I'm saying?
And then we'll
Casually throw it over to me.
who you gonna sit with?
Well, now that you took my answers,
Ray Charles and Bob?
yeah, that's what I would have said. But, I would throw in. I'd like to hear what. No, not Mahalia. I love Mahalia. I'm actually not quite making this cut. You know what? I'd like to hear what. It's so hard now. You made it so difficult. I'd like to hear what Billy Joel has to say. And I'd want to hear what. We need a female in the mix. I need some attitude in there. No, not tonight. Why you gotta cut me? You understand?
Who you got?
Jeez, this is difficult, man. Well, you know what? I would say Billy Joel, and I would also say John Lennon.
I like it.
And I think the reason we chose all four of those is because they're people that knew how to make pop records with meaning. So I want to know what was on their mind, what was happening in the world, what gave them the courage to do what they say, what they said, and do what they did at the time that they did it. All of them. So brave. People are going to tell you you're crazy, and there's going to be something in your mind that's saying, no, that's not crazy at all. That voice inside is so much more important than the voices outside. So be yourself, and everything will be okay.
Definitely what I was about to say.
That's payback for the
I'm
last
so
answer.
mad. I had a nice little quote.
I'm sorry. Look, hit the quote.
So I read this quote this morning. It said, don't be afraid to be yourself. Be very afraid to be someone else.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Zach.
Zach. The young Zach.
Young Zach.
We're going to check back in and make sure Zach is being himself.
Zach is awesome. I love that man.
What's up, guys? This is Louis York, and this is A-Sides. And
A-Sides.
we had a blast at this little situation here. Let's do it again, please.
Her silhouette's one